On this episode of the O2 Garage, we are back up in the Riverland because as you can see behind me, we've got the cab in the air, we've got the chassis down here, we've got the rest of the truck over here, and in no time at all, we're going to have it all back together. Now on this episode of the O2 Garage, we are about to embark on a fantastic road trip. It's sunset, it's in Port Augusta, and a good road trip normally means we're going from point A to point B. And for that, we need a trailer. And that's exactly what we have right here. We've got our U-Haul trailer on the back of our mighty Pajero, and we are getting set for our road trip. Where are we going? We're doing about 1,000 kilometers. And we are going to head from Port Augusta, where we're going to take the chassis of Ruby's truck, the Dodge truck. We're then going to head all the way to Adelaide. Then we're going to head all the way up to Mechano, up on the River Murray. We're going to pick up the cab. That's going to be the big job on the Sunday. And we're going to put it on top of this chassis that we've got at the back. We're going to bring it back to Adelaide. Then we're going to come all the way back up here and bring it up here. So it's going to be an epic journey, and you're along for the ride. So grab your popcorn or your sour chews or whatever you have. Let's go. After seeing a lot of cars being towed up and down the road to Adelaide and so forth, and doing a lot of towing myself, one of the things I never fail to do now when I'm towing is I double chain and I double chain. Didn't cost me all that much to buy some chains, didn't cost me all that much to buy a set of D shackles, but what it did give me is total peace of mind. That is not going anywhere. Couple of days later, and we are now heading towards Mechano, and I say we because I'm no longer an army of one. I am joined by Ruby. Say hello, Ruby. Hello. And we're locked and loaded. We've got the chassis on the U-Haul trailer on the back. We've got all the tools. We have to get some fuel, and now we've got about 200 k's. Let's go. Okay, travelling juice for you.
Thank you.
Travelling juice for me. And I don't think it's breakfast. We are here, we are ready to go, and as you can see from last time, I'm a lot better prepared. I have myself a really good heavy duty gloves, the hat, the overalls as well. So I am set to go. Let's get this off and let's get into it.
What are you doing, Dad?
I'm taking the fuel tank out from underneath here, and then once I've done that, then I can actually take off the back cab mounts, and it's pretty well ready to lift off after that, so I'm cracking on with that. Okay, so back of the cab is now free. The seat is now off, which is pretty happy about that. The back is just sitting there just temporarily. The back of the cab's free, fuel tank's off. I actually think we're now ready to lift this thing up. I'm pretty sure we're ready to go. You've got old bones, have you? Hey? Oh, you're so lazy. You're so lazy. Yes, you are. Is that good? What do you think of that? Oh? Oh? Is that good? I'm not going to chop you up with a sawzall. No. Ah.
Hello. Good puppy.
All right, so we're going to move the tray back. And in order to move the tray back, we've just got to cut a few bits and pieces and drag it back. That way we can lift this up and make it clear the steering column. So
Yeah.
a bit of that going on.
Fire.
What do you think? You happy with it?
Pretty bloody too.
Yeah? You're not supposed to swear. Is that swearing?
Oh.
Bloody. Where's the V8?
There.
Where's the cab?
There.
Where's the bit where the tray's going to go?
There.
Okay. So you're pretty happy with the way it looks so far? Can you...
It just looked like a truck. It just looked like an oversized go-kart before.
We're now up here in Port Augusta, and as you can see behind me, it's offloaded and it's in place. So let's take a tour and I'll tell you exactly what the next steps are going to be. All right, first and foremost, the tour starts right here with these steps. The steps were actually underneath the truck. I've already taken them off. So you can see that's been done. The seat's been taken out on the far side over there. And at the moment, the cab is actually just sitting on here loosely. This is actually not connected to the cab. In fact, you can see it sitting on the chassis right there. So what has to happen is that has to be connected at the back. Now inside, nice and easy. Look at all the garbage that's in there. Lots of bits and pieces that need to be cleaned out. We've got to get all that cleaned out and sorted. Now, you'll also notice something else on the cab. This gearbox is actually the wrong gearbox because you can see it's hitting the firewall up here. So this whole gearbox unit has to be actually taken out. I'll have to take that cover plate off, I think, to get the gear shifter off because that's sitting on the bottom of the cross member. Now, up the front here, we've got that all awesome looking 313 poly V8 sitting in there. I'd really like to keep this engine, but change the gearbox. And you can see if we have a look in the back here, the gearbox mount doesn't line up. You can see it's hitting up the top up here. It's all wrong. So the reality of it is we're going to have to take the engine out. We're going to have to take the gearbox out, and we're going to have to get it all cleaned up as well. And when I say cleaned up, you can have a look in here and see we've got to get all that sorted out as well. Then we can actually connect correctly the bottom engine mount, bottom body mount off the cab, because the cab bolts down here are currently in place, but they're not actually the right bolts. So as you can see, we've got a bit of work to do, but that's what we're here for. Well, that's it. That's the end of the episode. It's been a hell of a journey, a long ride. We went a long way to get this, but we have it back now up here, ready to go, and everything we need to put the truck back together, which is even better. But we have to sort out that running gear. And in order to do that, we have to focus on the engine and the gearbox, get them out, get them ready to go, and hopefully we can use the V8 here in this chassis. I really want to, otherwise we'll go 6-cylinder. That's our backup plan. Up next, we do have a little update on the Phoenix. I've got a really cool thing to fit to that, so make sure you stick around. Hit like and subscribe right about here. We love hearing your comments, and we love hearing your suggestions, so please feel free to let us know. There's a few people that haven't done so already. Please let us know. We're always up for exciting adventures, because that's it. The journey is the adventure, and I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Stick around, because we've got a few more to do as well.